and I am actually leaving the market. So I decided that I was going to go on a 14-day fruits and vegetables only. So I went to the international market in Austell. Got some great stuff. I wanted me some coconut water. So I got me some coconut water, and this coconut water, it don't have any sugar in it. So the whole point of me doing this is I gotta get my health at an optimum level. And I'm the only one can do it. So what I've decided to do is take sugar out of my diet. I already don't eat like a lot of meat. So but this sugar, guys, this sugar is the number one drug that's getting us. And it's in everything. It's in everything. Like your rice, all products, anything you buy, it's sugar in it. You got to read those labels. So I was looking for some water. I was going to get like the regular coconuts and just make sure, get the water from the coconuts, but then I found this, and this is a really good product because it's no sugar added and it's 100% coconut water. Because you need something in your water, make it alive. You can even take regular water and put like lemon in it, mint, cucumber, something to just give it life, give the water life. So I got quite a few of the coconut waters that I will definitely keep in the car. Keep well, I'm not gonna keep them in the car because I don't want it because it's too damn hot here in Georgia. You don't need to keep nothing in the car but the car. The car don't even want to be in the car. That's just how hot it is. Hmm. But I got the coconut water. I got me some kale. What else is in here? I got a whole bunch of stuff. Um, some mushrooms, some limes. You should always have limes and lemons in your refrigerator because you can just spruce up anything with a lime and a lemon. And my kale. Now, normally I go to Tassili's and get this kale wrap, right? Kale wrap cost me about 20 some dollars. I said, I'm gonna do my own kale wrap. I'm gonna do my own kale salad, and I'll put some it's gonna be real twisted up, yeah. It's gonna be real twisted up. And the thing about it is, I love to prepare stuff because I'm visual, so I like to see how things come out. You know, when I fix it. And what else? I got me a pineapple, a mango, some apples, some onions. Uh, I don't think it's gonna last me for 14 days, but it'll come close because that watermelon is gonna do the trick. Got me some blueberries, some cherries. Yeah, so this is another thing. I love the summer because this is when we're supposed to eat fruit. This is our fruit season. Eat fruits with seeds in it. So I got blackberries, watermelons with seeds, mango, of course, you got your big super seed in there. I wanted to get some avocados, but the avocados just wasn't avocadoing. Thank you. Bless you too. Greetings from Germany. What's up? So yeah, the avocados, they just wasn't avocadoing, they just was too hard, and I'm trying to eat today. Okay, let me just say that I'm trying to eat today. I also got me some pecans or pecans, however you want to pronounce it. Yeah, I just, loaded up. I was just here snacking on my pecans, and I think I got kind of full, so and I got me some quinoa because I want to replace the rice, all rice, unless it was black rice. And I didn't even look for any black rice, but that white rice, ground rice, all that stuff is sugar. It's sugar and all of that. It's even sugar in brown rice because what they have you fooled into thinking that it's healthier, but it's really not. So you got to really pay attention to the labels. But the quinoa, there's no sugar in quinoa. And I also got me, I got a couple of, well, I just got one pre-mix thing because I like coleslaw, so I got this cabbage mixed with the purple cabbage. And what I'm gonna do with this is I'm gonna mix my kale in it. I'm gonna mix um my sweet, what are those? Those snap peas. I'm gonna mix that in there. I make my own dressing. And I'll probably just make a real simple, easy dressing with some lime, some avocado oil, or either some olive oil, a little sea salt, a little pepper, little stuff like that. What you say? You do astrology? Are you saying do astrology? Are you saying you do astrology? Is that what you're saying? Help me out. Help me understand what you're saying. So, yeah, and I am ready for it. Can't say I'm excited, but I'm ready because there was a lot of temptation. I almost got this little bitty cake. I was like, oh, I could just get that little piece of slice. It was like, no, 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 no. So, that's the hardest thing when you have your mind made up that you want to do something, you're gonna get tempted. You're gonna get all these temptations. They're just gonna be coming to you like temptations over here, temptations over there. But my response is no. Inhale to the no. So I'm preparing myself. I got my food. What else did I get? That's pretty much, yeah. I got all my fruits and stuff. They didn't have. I wanted some collard greens because I wanted to try this collard green wrap. So I probably have to go to another store and get me some collard greens. And what I think I'm gonna do is I'm gonna blanch the collard green and then use that for my wrap so when I make this mixture with my with my kale, my onions, put some lime in there, some tomatoes. And a couple of my clients, they have gardens. So, oh yeah, and I got some cucumbers from my friend Sandy. She brought me some cucumbers. And they have a garden. I have four people with gardens. But the things that I was buying, I was making sure that I couldn't get it in the garden. Yes, hey Raylan Foss, how are you? I do remember you. You came by my live one day, what was it, last week? So this is from the garden. This is a cucumber from the garden. And last year we had all of this okra that came from the garden. Oh my goodness, that okra was amazing. But anyway, that's from Sandy's garden. And I got me an eggplant too. So what I'll do is, and I got a mushroom. I'm just thinking of all the things I do because I'm gonna go home and make me a good little dinner. It's gonna be so good. I think I'm gonna put the salads in jars so then I could just grab it and go when I need to go. I could just grab it out the refrigerator and it's already made up. The thing I like about kale is kale holds it lasts longer. It holds up under the sauces or whatever. If you make dressings, it holds up longer. So that's what I love about kale. And the watermelon, we're gonna eat the watermelon. I might freeze some so then we can make some smoothies with the watermelon and the berries. But yeah, it's just gonna be a lot of eating going on. And I gotta eat it because I don't want to waste it. I spent like $107, I think it was somewhere in there. Not bad, but I probably should have spent half of that getting half of this food. But I just hate going to the grocery store. So I was like, I gotta get everything I need right now and just come on with it. So we're doing 14 days. Um, yeah, what else is in here? Oh, the lines. and making sure I stay hydrated, get some exercise. So I am going to I'm headed back now, and I will get Harley and take Harley to the park so we could play around. And another thing, in those 14 days, I don't want to consume any alcohol in the 14 days. So that's no wine. I like me a good glass of wine at nighttime. Just help me go. But no wine. 14 days. I could do it. I could do it longer than that if I wanted to, but 14 days is good to just do. I think it takes your body about 30 something days to do a reset. So I would like to be big and bold and say I'm never going back, but I can't say that. I'm not in my I just can't say it right now. But what I can say is I'm gonna pay real close attention to every day and what I consume and the emotions that I'm going through. So I'm gonna write that down. When it comes up and I say, "Oh, I want to do that." Nope, I'm acknowledge it and keep it moving. I also drink a lot of teas. So, and I could drink tea. This is tea. This is I forget what I think this is dandy dandy root tea, I think, because it's good for your digestive system. So I drink a lot of teas. Sometimes I have a taste for like some tea with some honey and different things of that nature. Or I either use honey or maple syrup, but I'm not using any of that. I've removed that. So no honey, no maple syrup. I bought some dates. So if I decide to do something, I am going to make. What did I say I was gonna make with them dates? Um, I'm gonna do something with the dates. I may do a dish with the quinoa and the dates. That'll be the sweetness of everything. But I'm gonna have fun. I'm really gonna have a lot of fun. And who knows, I probably create a few recipes out of this whole ordeal. Maybe I'll finish my recipe book. Yeah, maybe so. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. But anyway, I am that's how I'm winning. It is a wonderful day here in the ATL. Sky's pretty calm. It's hot. It's about 80 degrees. Not too bad. Not too bad. Yeah. And we're gonna make it do what they say. We're gonna make it do what it do. Yep. And I'm excited about that. So you all continue to be great. Now I posted, okay, changing gears, say switching gears. So I posted on Substack. I did an article on Substack for anybody that's on Substack. And um I like that platform. It's where I do a lot of writing at. So I did an article on confidence, but I also turned it into like every day I'm gonna be giving some tips. And those tips, now I might bring it to YouTube in like a video form. Yeah, I may do that in like a nice short video form. Um, I also have another community on Facebook. So if any of you want to come and check me out over there as well, we do one of my oldest groups is Wake Up Winning for entrepreneurs. And then we have the Facebook group of the I Am Enough Empowerment Expo. So with that group, it's not, I'll just be posting the expo stuff in there and anything that's empowering. I really care about the community and empowering the community. And this is why, and I care about, like health and wellness because that's a part of empowering the community, right? Facts. So all of that matters. And when we look at our life, we can't really separate one part from the other because it all makes up who we are. We're mothers, we're fathers, we're sisters, we're cousins, we're employees, we're employers, we're scientists, we're just so many things. But what we are, or I should say, what we have to always focus on, and that is optimal health. Optimum health is very important in every area of your being, internal and external. Your optimum health external look like who are you hanging out with? What are you doing? What's the influence that those people have over you? And is it in alignment with what you want to do with your life? So, I wrote this article and on confidence. I just see confidence as being one of those things that holds most people back when it comes to going after the things that they want to do. Like even here, I'm about to embark on this 14-day health. Well, let me give it a nice name. Health Serenity Optimization. I like that. Something like that. I don't do challenges. I do celebrations and I'm celebrating my life. I'm celebrating my life every moment, every day, every second because I'm worthy and I'm worth it. So when you think about every day, you have to be positioned to be to improve on yourself, whatever that looks like. It could be emotional health that you need to work on, spiritual, physical, financial, like all of that matters. So this is where I'm just real passionate about helping people grow in those areas. I don't have it all together, but I know people that help me get it together. I'm a coach, I'm a certified accountability coach with John Maxwell, and I also have a coach. I'm gonna start seeing my fitness coach. I just got to get through my 14 days first, and then I'll get into that mode set because your health, to me, health is wealth. Health is like the most important part of your life. It's your health, and not just your physical health, but your mental health, your emotional health, your spiritual health. All of that, it makes you you. And if you're stuck and feeling like something is off or not right, then it could affect how you're showing up in life. You're showing up. How are you showing up? Are you showing up as a winner? Are you showing up confident? Are you showing up doubting yourself? How are you showing up? So, this is where I like to pull the curtain back and say, come on in here. Come on. Let me help you show up better. Let me help you gain clarity. When you gain clarity, then you can gain your identity. And your identity, your clarity, all of that's tied in to your purpose. And when you have that together, then you become unstoppable. Nobody can tell me shit. I tell you, I be like, whatever. But I have grace with it and I'm humble and I'll listen and I'm open to learn. Like so many times you you have people that come along and they want to convince you of something that's not true. But here's where your identity has to be solid. You got to know who you are. And you got to be like, I'm not I'm not who you think I am, or that was the old me. Sometimes people try to keep you stuck in your past. And you have permission to grow. I want to let you know that. um you have permission to grow every day. Every day you can grow. Every day you can grow, and you don't have to stay, you don't have to beat yourself up. I come so I've helped over 60, 70 people become authors. A lot of them are tied right to the Wake Up Winning No Matter What's book. And what in those stories, I learned that sometimes a person don't think they're worthy of their own success because of what they've been through or what they put other people through. And I just want to let everybody know that it's okay. We all make mistakes. We all sometimes don't do the right thing when we should do the right thing. But as long as we're ready to forgive ourselves and move on, then we can change. And that's what it takes. You have to be willing to change in order to grow, prosper, succeed. And it's just the way it is. So I look forward to more conversations with you. We're planning something very exciting. We just ended our expo, which was awesome. I mean, it was just beautiful. So we're going to be working on that for next year. And in the meantime, we're doing some other things, and I'll keep you posted. I don't want to let all the cats out the bag. Nah. But it's summertime, so I'm enjoying my summer, hanging out with with the kids and all that kind of stuff. You say you're unable to forgive people. Well, you got to work on that. That means to me, if I'm unable to forgive, then that means that I shouldn't be forgiven. And I got too many flaws, and I'm like, nah, you're gonna have to forgive me because I'm a forgive. And you don't get the thing about it is we have to forgive with no expectations. Just understand that a person did something out of their knowledge of what they knew at that time. And that's where we have to lend grace. And sometimes you have to set a boundary. Sometimes you have to say, well, I forgive you, but I can't rock with you the same way. You know, I forgive you, but I can't rock with you the same way because people do all kind of stuff. You just do. You just make a decision because forgiveness is not for them. First of all, it's for you. That's it. It's for me. And when I harbor ill will or when I harbor resentment or all this pain and pressure in my heart, it's destroying my life, not theirs. They gone on about it. So I'll say this, and I've had to work. I'm a work in progress. So first of all, you got to acknowledge the thing, and then you got to say, I'm going to I want to get over it. You got to say what it is you want to do with it, because that's where, to me, that's where it starts. That's where it starts with me. If I'm cool with being mad and angry and all that other kind of stuff, then hey, I'm just gonna do that. But it's gonna make me bitter. It's like blocking love. Once you in a relationship, and then whatever, it doesn't last and you come out, you can make a decision that I'll never have another relationship. Or you could say, I learned some things from there. I learned this about myself. It's never about the other person either. That's where people always have it messed up. They think it's about the other person. No, it's always about you. It's always about your own personal journey of discovering who you are, what you want, what you don't want. All of these things matter. So when you when you realize that, I need peace in my life, and the only way for me to maintain peace is for me to be peaceful. The only way for me to maintain joy is for me to be joyous. The only way for me to maintain the consistency of loving myself is for me to consistently love myself. And if I love myself, then I got to love other people. Now, I'm not saying you got to deal with everybody bullshit. Like that's not what I'm saying at all. I'm just saying you got to recognize that that person, see, I have to learn, and I'm still learning how to take off expectations from other people. The only person that I can put expectations on is myself. So when I tell people I'm going to come or I'm going to do something, then I have to show up. That's me taking responsibility of my words. I can't say, "Oh, well, yeah, you can count on me," and then you can't count on me. No. So what I'm trying to express is you value yourself above everything. And when you value yourself above everything, forgiveness of other people will show up because you're like, they're connected with me. And that's like me not forgiving myself. And I know it could be like the worst thing ever. It could be like you thinking that it's the worst thing, but trust me, life has a way of showing you something worse. But I say to myself, I love me so much, I'm not gonna let anybody interrupt that peace. I may have to put a boundary up so I won't be in the proximity of what their foolishness is, but I want to release them with love and hope that they find their way. It's like, hey, if they do something criminal, hey, the courts will deal with them. That ain't me. If they do something, I would say the higher power is gonna have to deal with them. Like their own consciousness is gonna have to deal with it. I don't have to deal with it though. I can simply say, you know what, Judy, more power to you, sister. Go ahead, Sam. More power to you, brother. Go ahead, George. More power to you. And keep it moving because I know my value is about what my value is about. And I'm not playing about that. So as we step into these seasons, and I call them seasons because you might have a friend in a season and that friend is not with you in another season, and you like, oh my God, what happened to my friend? Just look at it like you out of season. Now you in a new season. And this is how you continue to grow every single day. Every single day you say, I want the best for myself today. How do I get the best for myself today? That could be something like go for a walk today. Make a phone call. Somebody that you haven't spoken to in a while. Send a message to somebody, just sending them a text to say, hey, I love you. And I was just thinking about you. Just simple things like that, because believe it or not, that stuff that you send out, it's gonna come back to you. So there you look up, you're getting a message from somebody. You're getting some surprise blessing that you wasn't counting on. That's the way it go. So I just encourage us all to learn how to let shit go. Learn how to be kind and surrender to those things that you can't change. You can't change anything but you. So work on you. That's it. You ain't got time for nothing else. I'm enough to work on all the time. I don't need no extras to work on. So today, the day is self love, healthy eating day. I got me all of these good vegetables, and it's healthy eating day. It's healthy thinking day. We got all these projects coming up. If you are a business owner and you want some exposure, put down exposure in a comment. Send an email. We doing some great things with the I Am Enough talk show. Great things. I mean, great. I'm not just saying it because it's my thing. I'm saying it because it's true. So I gotta get my health optimal. I gotta optimize my health totally. My mind is right. I got my mind right. Can That's unpenetrable. Ain't nobody getting to my mind. See, I learned how valuable my mind was in 2017 when my mom passed. My mom had cancer. She passed, and at the time when my mother had got sick, I was on the road. I was speaking. I was with this organization, and we was going around doing these speaking events. So, um my mother was diagnosed with cancer. And that was my baby. She said, "What about me?" I said, "Mom, what about you? I'm gonna do whatever I need to do for you." Now, I'm not the only child, but I had to get in there, and sometimes I would have to get off the road. Sometimes I would have to be at the hospital, sit there. I would just take everything with me, my laptop, computer, whatever. Just sit there, be with my mom to make sure that she got the care, make sure that I was in a room while she got the care that she needed. And if she needed anything extra, I was there to give it to her. So then my mother passed. She passed about 2 weeks before her birthday. Her birthday is coming up July 31st. I think she passed on the 17th. And it was hard. It was very hard. It was very hard. My mother she always said she wanted to be cremated. I want to be cremated. I want to be cremated. So, everybody knew that she wanted to be cremated. It was kind of funny because some of my cousins that came to her funeral, they was like, "Why'd you cremate her?" Because that's what the hell she wanted. So anyway, so during that process, my grandmother had failed, and she wasn't able to come to the funeral. That hurt her so much. So when I finished up with my mom's funeral, I was headed to Jackson, Michigan to see about my grandmother. Now, at the time, my grandfather was in a nursing home because my grandmother could no longer care for him. He was suffering from dementia. So my grandmother was had failed, and she was in the hospital. She said when I arrived in her room, she said, "How long you gonna be here?" I said, "I'm gonna be here until you tell me to go home." She was like, "I doubt it." She had this real raspy voice. I wish I could sound like her. She said, "I doubt it." I said, "Okay, I'm gonna show you." So there I was at the hospital with my granny, and then she went into the nursing home. Well, she went into the nursing home. I eventually got them in the same nursing home, my grandmother and my grandfather. So there I am in Jackson, Michigan, at the nursing home with both of them pretty much all day. Go home. I come there, eat with them. Sometimes I get them together in the same room so they can enjoy each other's company. And I got my foot on the brake and not in park. That's crazy. So I would come and get them so they could hang out with each other. They did. Some days my grandma, she's so funny. Some days I would say, "You wanna go? You wanna go see your husband?" She's like, "Nah, not today." That's how wise be feeling, y'all. Wise be feeling like, "Nah, nah, 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 not today, not today." so so then Granny decided that she wasn't gonna be tolerating with this earthly life, and she made her decision to check out. She parted the earth December the 3rd, 2017. So now my mother is gone and my grandmother is gone within, what's that, 5 months? But that it didn't stop there. So 3 weeks later, my grandfather left. Boy, they just really did me in. I said, okay, I'll see y'all. I'll see what y'all up to. Y'all checking out, huh? Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. That right there taught me that your mental health must be strong. Your mental health is what keeps you going. Your mental health is what say, you know what? I know all of these things is happening around me, understand and recognize, but I gotta keep going. So that's when I learned the true power of waking up winning. hmm Waking up winning. So I'm gonna leave you with that. Have an amazing day. Keep waking up winning. Get your optimum health. Build your confidence. And don't let nobody stop you. Okay? Peace, love, and light. Bye for now.